Hello friends, welcome to the new part of my Dearest Nemesis. If you haven't watched the previous episodes, you can find all the links in the description. So without further delay, let's begin. Even during her date, Soo-young couldn't stop thinking about Ju Yeon, distracting her and preventing her from paying attention to what her companion was saying. But now that Ju Yeon appears unexpectedly to reveal that he remembers the kiss, she barely has time to digest this information because someone knocks on the dressing room door. She has to hide him and quickly distract everyone so they don't see Ju Yeon in his exotic clothes inside the shopping mall itself. Continuing her date, the guy asks Soo-young when she would be available to go out again. Feeling guilty for seeing him building more expectations while she can't stop thinking about Ju Yeon, Soo-young decides to dismiss him once and for all. At that moment, Ju Yeon appears again, but this time as her boss, calling her due to an urgent matter at work. They meet at the fountain, the place where he first began liking her. Soo-young scolds Ju Yeon for appearing like that, making her feel bad for the man who was with her. Ju Yeon says he doesn't care about that man, but apologizes for forgetting about the kiss. Soo-young admits being angry because he had forgotten, but forgives him since she decided to act as if it never happened after he said it was a mistake. Ju Yeon clarifies that he's only apologizing for having forgotten, not for the kiss, which certainly wasn't a mistake. Before he could continue, Soo-young uses a call she receives from Ha Jin as an opportunity to escape, panicking because she wouldn't know how to respond if he declared himself. Ha Jin gives her water to help cool off the heat she's feeling, thinking she's this way due to her date. However, Soo-young reveals that she dismissed him. Ha Jin doesn't understand why she would do that, considering the man had all the characteristics Soo-young was looking for: older, with a stable job, mature and a realistic personality. If Ha Jin is confused, Soo-young is even more so because she knows she doesn't like younger men, let alone eccentric ones with strange tastes. So why can't she get him out of her mind? Ha Jin asks who Soo-young is talking about, but they're interrupted by a client before Soo-young could respond. Unaware of Soo-young's preferences, Ju Yeon believes she was enchanted by him when she saw him wearing that leather jacket. However, this makes him wonder if she might think he's a womanizer, just trying to seduce her. Meanwhile, as Soo-young rolls around in bed, unable to sleep and unwilling to accept that she's falling for someone the same age as her younger brother, she receives messages from Ju Yeon swearing that he's nothing like the flirtatious man from the light novel he gave her to read. His strange and completely random way of saying it makes her laugh. Realizing that she's even starting to like what his flaws should be, Soo-young covers herself in fear of this uncontrollable feeling. The next day, while Ju Yeon eagerly looks forward to seeing her and having a moment alone with her, Soo-young keeps avoiding him. Whenever she can't escape, she starts conversations with random people to prevent him from getting close or speaking to her, fearing that she won't know how to deal with this unfamiliar feeling. Trying to understand why she feels this way about him, Soo-young makes a list of Ju Yeon's pros and cons. Pros: none. Cons: too young, bad fashion sense, dragon tattoo, weak with alcohol and prone to memory loss, annoying music taste, among others. Yet, despite everything, he's the one she fell for. At her store, Soo-young's father sees Ju Yeon being introduced to all of Korea as the grandson of the owner of the Yongsan conglomerate, with everyone assuming he will inherit everything. When she sees him passing by with his grandmother, Soo-young notices how different Ju Yeon seems, even ignoring her completely. At the office, everyone is talking about the news of Ju Yeon being the next heir to Yongsan, and Soo-young wonders how she could have forgotten such an important detail. Of course, he would never get involved with her. She's just an employee at the company and would never be accepted by his grandmother. At the end of the workday, Soo-young ends up running into Ju Yeon, who is waiting for the elevator, and she quickly escapes to the stairs. Ju Yeon follows her and once again insists that the kiss was not a mistake, refusing to pretend it never happened. Soo-young interrupts him, reminding him that he is the director and heir of Yongsan while she is just his subordinate. Why does he keep bringing this up when she will never be able to hold his hand for everyone to see, introduce herself as his girlfriend in front of people, let alone face the company president? Since he can't acknowledge her publicly and she doesn't want to lose her job, they have nothing more to discuss. Ju Yeon tries to hold her back but, unable to find the right words, lets go of her arm and allows her to leave. Another person struggling with love is Shin Won, who not only got rejected but was also told that his persistence made the woman uncomfortable. Because of this, he decided not to return anymore as he doesn't want to make her uneasy. However, when he gets drunk, he still ends up standing in front of her restaurant. Even when sober, he somehow always finds himself there, as if his body refuses to stay away. For several days, Shin-won simply watches Ha-jin from a distance for a few minutes before walking away. What he doesn't know is that, despite trying not to fall for him out of fear of another failed relationship, Ha-jin is missing him more and more. To resist the temptation of going to Sulo to see her, Shin-won goes to Ju-yeon's house to vent about his heartache. As he listens to his friend admit that his body doesn't obey his mind when it comes to the woman he loves, always pulling him toward her, Ju-yeon realizes that he feels the same way about Soo-young. He understands that in the end, the heart always wins over reason. The next day, he runs into Soo-young in the elevator and doesn't like hearing her confirm a special lunch for the following day over the phone. Ju-yeon asks if it's with the man from the blind date, but Soo-young simply replies that it's a personal matter she doesn't need to answer to her boss. Since he overheard her mentioning the restaurant's name during the call, Ju-yeon went there the next day to confirm whether it was really a date. When he saw her adjusting another man's shirt, jealousy took over, and he interrupted them, only to discover that it was actually her brother and that this was a family lunch. Now determined to follow his heart instead of reason, Ju-yeon convinces her father to let him join the lunch, promising to talk about how amazing Soo-young is at work, quickly winning over his potential future father-in-law. However, Soo-young's brother is concerned that such a powerful man is interested in his sister. He tells Ju-yeon how much she has sacrificed for their family, taking care of the house after their mother passed away, helping their father with the bills, and even paying for her brother's college tuition to this day, barely keeping anything for herself. He warns Ju-yeon that he would never forgive him if he was just playing with Soo-young's feelings. Ju-yeon assures him that he has thought this through before making his decision. Meanwhile, the company president is informed that Ju-yeon refuses to let the housekeeper clean his office. Suspicious of what he might be hiding, she decides to investigate and instructs his secretary not to inform him about the surprise visit they will make to his house after the meeting. After lunch, Soo-young confronts Ju-yeon about why he is there. Ju-yeon admits that he was afraid that while he was acting like a foolish, indecisive man, she might start liking someone else. They are interrupted again, but this time by his secretary, who fortunately, is loyal to Ju-yeon and warns him about his grandmother's plan. Soo-young overhears the conversation and sees him attempting to get into his car in a distressed state. She stops him, telling him he needs a plan and that she will help him. First, they need to buy time. To do so, they rely on their friends. Shin-won stalls the president at the company exit for a few minutes, while Ha-jin pretends to have an urgent need to use the restroom, parking her car across the street to block the way. When security forces her to move her vehicle, allowing the president's car to pass, Ha-jin sees Shin-won for the first time in a while and pretends to act normal, even as they both suspect that Soo-young and Ju-yeon might be together. However, when they say goodbye, Ha-jin watches him through the rearview mirror, secretly wishing he would call out to her, but he simply walks away. Soo-young and Ju-yeon had already managed to remove most of the items from the secret room, leaving only the larger pieces. Unfortunately, they ran out of time, as his secretary informed him that the president had already arrived. With no time left to clear everything, Ju-yeon hid Soo-young inside the secret room and used his precious photo with his deceased parents as an excuse to prevent the housekeeper from cleaning his office. This enraged his cruel grandmother, who once again accused him of being responsible for her son's death, claiming that he didn't deserve to have that photo, nor did he have the right to be sad or miss his parents. In a fit of anger, she threw the framed picture to the floor, shattering it, and called him a pathetic weakling before storming out. In the parking garage, the spiteful and malicious old woman ordered the secretary to keep a close watch on Ju-yeon and report everything about him. Soo-young, who had overheard everything, emerged from the secret room to comfort him and listened as he finally opened up about the car accident that took his parents' lives while they were taking him to an anime event. His parents were always busy with work, but after his persistent pleading, they managed to make time in their schedule to take him there. His grandmother lost her only son and heir because of him. From that moment on, Ju Yian decided to compensate for it by becoming the perfect replacement for his father. That's why he chose to live a double life, hiding from everyone the things he truly loved: anime, games, manga, cartoons, and music. These hobbies were the only things that helped him forget the pain and guilt of his parents' deaths and allowed him to move forward, even if nobody loved him. That's why, when Su Yung encouraged him to embrace his hobbies that day by the fountain, it made him feel truly happy. After she promised to continue supporting him in doing what makes him happy, Ju Yian admitted that he had always hidden the things he loved and that made him feel good. That was why he hesitated to say it clearly before, but now he openly confessed that he really liked her and thanked her for everything. Su Yung left deep in thought, reflecting on everything until she arrived home and found her father, who informed her that all the things she had sent to their house had been stored in the attic. He asked if she was okay and felt sad when he realized that his daughter always smiled whenever she didn't want to worry about him. Apologizing for not being strong or smart enough to support her when she needed it the most, he blamed himself for not doing more. Su Yung reassured him that he didn't need to worry about anything and went to her room. There she recalls how Ju Yian always makes her feel good, constantly looking after her in his own strange way. Determined not to run away from her feelings anymore, Su Yung rushes to his house, but he isn't there. Remembering the place where their feelings first began to change, she finds him in front of the fountain. Su Yung asks why. As soon as he remembered the kiss, he ran to her dressed like that, risking being seen and recognized by everyone. She wonders if he would truly be okay if their relationship were exposed, potentially jeopardizing his dream of becoming Yang Song's successor. Ju Yian replies that he will be fine because as long as she is with him, nothing can affect him. Su Yung points out that everything he loves the most is a secret. Because of that, she agrees to become Ju Yian's greatest secret as he also makes her happy, finally revealing that she likes him too. Ju Yian kisses her tenderly as the lights turn on and the fountain starts flowing. Su Yung pulls him closer, kissing him again, fully embracing her feelings. That's it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more amazing content. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. I'd love to hear from you. Also, hit the bell icon so you don't miss any updates. See you in the next video. Until then, take care and stay safe.